What's up, good people, and welcome back to the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. I am your host, Hark Joseph L. I am the CEO of Sons of SP Phillips, and the Elephant Wisdom Podcast is your podcast for motivation, inspiration, and domination. So, dominate or don't, that is up to you. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe from whatever podcast platform you're listening to. That way you don't miss any updates or anything else. Also, follow us on social media at Sons of SPP. That's on IG and Facebook. And also follow us on TikTok at SPP Media. Today we are recording live from the Elephant Room Studios. Me and Enrique are down here putting this together just for the fathers. Today we're talking directly to the fathers, and since this is June, this is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is the perfect time to talk about the weight fathers carry, what they give, and what they often keep to themselves. Now, on Mother's Day, moms get the great gifts, brunches, sometimes the big dinner. While fathers on Father's Day, they usually get a pair of socks, a screwdriver, and just a quick text. But this isn't about gifts today. It's about how we value the men who show up. And we've all seen the stereotypes on TVs and the movies, the clueless dad, the quiet provider, the man who's physically present but emotionally distant. But real fatherhood goes far beyond that. It's steady, it's thoughtful, it's supportive, and it's the everyday work that rarely gets acknowledged. And here's something that needs to be said loud and plainly. Being a father isn't about your ego. It's not about control. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. A real father brings stability, calm, structure, and love that does not need an audience. And that includes the men who step into fatherhood by choice, not biology. Before we move forward, this episode is brought to you by Sons of SP Phillips. Go to www.sonsofspphillips.com. And specifically, we're talking about the SPP Media blog section. Now, if you haven't checked it out, you're missing out on some real content and conversations. And we've got stories, reflections, community topics, write-ups, articles about fashions, and we're just covering everything from personal growth, culture, and everyday life. So go to www.sonsofspphillips.com. It's a space where real people share real experiences, the same energy we bring here on the podcast we bring to the blog. So after this episode, slide on over to www.sonsofspphillips.com and look for the SPP Media section to access the blogs and tap into the latest posts. Whether you're into mental health, relationships, creativity, or just good storytelling, there's something there for you. Sons of SP Phillips, we are inspired by the people and motivated by the culture. So let's talk about the real story behind Father's Day. Most people think Father's Day was created by greeting card companies. It was not. It started back in 1910 with a young lady named Sonora Smart Dodd, who wanted to honor her father, who was a Civil War veteran. He was raising 6 kids all by himself because his wife had passed away. Now, she pushed for years to get Father's Day recognized, and it didn't become a national holiday until 1972. So it took more than 60 years for this country to say, hey, yeah, you matter, Dad. Now, that tells you a lot about how we treat men who show up. So let's talk about why fathers matter for young boys and young girls. For boys, a father is the first example of what being a man looks like. Not the tough guy version, not the don't cry version, not the ego-driven version. A steady father teaches a boy how to handle emotion, how to apologize, how to respect women, how to lead without overpowering, how to be accountable. Boys learn by watching. If a father shows patience, if he shows honesty, and if he shows emotional intelligence, that boy grows up knowing that strength is steady and it's not loud. For young girls, a father sets the tone for how she expects to be treated in life. A steady father teaches a girl what healthy love feels like, how to set boundaries, how to trust her voice, how to expect respect. When a father listens to his daughter and he values her thoughts and supports her confidence, she grows up knowing she deserves support, not the bare minimum effort. A father gives a girl her first sense of safety. Now let's talk about stepfathers. These are the men who choose to be in this role. The men who step into family that's already in motion. Being a stepfather is not easy. You're learning a whole new dynamic. You're building trust slowly. You're showing up even when it feels awkward or complicated, and you still choose to do this anyway when you don't have to. A stepfather is a man who says, I didn't start this family, but I'm here to help build it. then that takes a lot of patience. That takes a lot of emotional awareness, emotional balance, and emotional intelligence. It takes a lot of heart. Stepfathers don't replace anyone. They just add to the child's world. They expand the support system. They bring more love into the room. They really, really deserve some recognition too. Since this is the month of June, and it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, let's talk about the part of fatherhood that doesn't get discussed enough. Men are taught to hold everything in. We've discussed this before. They're taught to handle it, to never show stress, sadness, or fear, but this mindset is hurting a lot of men today. According to NAMI.org, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, millions of men deal with depression, anxiety, and emotional burnout every year. Most of them don't even reach out for help because they think it makes them look weak. NAMI is clear about this. Getting support is strength. Talking is strength. Therapy is strength. Opening up is strength. I will say this again. Getting support is strength. Talking is strength. Therapy is strength. Opening up is strength. It is really, 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 really careless to get on the platform and say, as a man, you're supposed to hold it in, or I can't talk, or I'm just going to talk to my barber or somebody. Some situations require you to get professional therapy. Please stop giving bad advice. As men, as fathers, as stepfathers, you all deserve support. You do not have to carry everything alone. Men are allowed to feel. You are allowed to struggle. You are allowed to ask for help. At NAMI.org, they remind us that therapy, counseling, and talking to someone are healthy steps, not signs of failure. Taking care of your mind is part of taking care of your family. Here's the truth in simple terms. Fatherhood is legacy. It's responsibility, it's presence, it's listening, and also encourage your child to be the best representative of themselves. Today's children need their fathers more than ever. Social media and the world around them move so fast, and they're taking in more information than they can process. Overload happens quickly. Kids are trying to figure out what's real, what's healthy, and what's appropriate, and it is absolutely not easy. That's where good fathers come in. They help children make sense of things, understand their purpose, and find the right direction. And that includes biological fathers, stepfathers, mentors, uncles, and grandfathers, every man who chooses to show up. So, to all the dads, the stepdads, the uncles, the mentors, the cousins, the brothers, and grandfathers who show up every day, we see you. We salute you. We appreciate you. We honor you on Father's Day or any day. Give these men in your life more than a tie or a tool set. Give them a recognition. Give them gratitude. Heck, give them brunch too. And this June, give men the space to take care of their mental health. This is the Elephant Wisdom Podcast. I am your host, Hark Joseph L., CEO of Sons of SP Phillips, and the Elephant Wisdom Podcast is your podcast. It's a podcast for motivation, inspiration, and domination. So dominate it don't. That is up to you. Today, we're honoring the men who show up even when nobody's watching. We encourage you to stay strong, and we tell you and ask you to continue to pray along the way.